Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, SheepDog Logic. I'm SheepDog, and we're just gonna walk and talk a little bit today. There's Lieutenant Watermelon. I just had to fix the electrical cord. I fried the end. This was about a month ago or so. Plugged it into the 7-way on a trailer. Went to my cab, pressed the release brake line for the trailers, or for the trailer, and stepped back out of the truck, started to walk back, and I smelt smoke. Then I looked at the 7-way, seen smoke, pulled that plug right out of there. The end of my electric cord was on fire. All right, there's the trailer I'm taking in the morning. That's what I needed to know. Throwing this in the garbage, just had to add a gallon of 1540 Travelers. Yeah, I get my oil from Tractor Supply. It's cheaper that way, as Johnny Cash would say. All right. Well, long time no video. Sorry about that, but I've been doing little bitty shit. Just little bitty things, tying up loose ends, wire tying, connecting. You know, it's just the little shit, little stuff, excuse me. And so I haven't made no videos. I've made a couple shorts, and I've posted some pictures on YouTube, and just trying everything out, really. And but yeah, coming a long way on Sgt Major. Sgt Major's, let's see, we got everything done. Okay, let's just talk about things we need to do. Driver's side headlight don't come on for some reason. I ain't getting no power to it. I don't know what's going on there, but I kind of put it off till I got all the other lights hooked up. I still got to hook up the work lights, the 2 work lights. I got to run wires for them and then hook them up to, there's an existing switch that truck had, and an actual hot that truck was using for some former work lights. So I should be able to splice that right in, no problem, and it work. What else? Oh, my fog lights up front. I still got to run wires for them and wire them in, and fix the headlight. Other than that, all the lights are working. So I should have them done, no problem, no time. And then I actually got the hinge on the driver's side cleaned up and painted. And the steering arm was looking pretty bad, so I cleaned it up and painted it black as well. I still got to paint the frame up front and in the back, and if it's nice next weekend, that's what I'm going to do, because we need decent weather to dry the paint fast. So I'll have to wash it off and then paint it. Then that'll all be done. And then the next step would, once the work lights are hooked up and the fog lights are working and the headlights are both working, I'm going to replace the horns. The air horns up top, which I got to go inside, and I got some tools coming for that. Tools body people use to pull off panels and stuff so you don't break everything. And so I got some decent tools coming for that, so I don't break anything. And I think I only got to take off part of it. I don't have to take off everything. But we'll walk through that. And once that's done, it's just a matter of getting that motor running again. So 3 things I got to change out on that, plus I got to fix the oil leak on the cam follower. And since I got the fuel pump off still and the starter off, and because I got motor work to do, so I'm not putting them on until I'm done with the stuff that's got to be done on the motor. I got to change out those 3 major components, and then I got to fix the leak on the cam follower, and then hopefully put it all back together, and it runs just as good as it did when I parked it. But since I got the fuel pump off, I'm thinking really seriously about changing that air compressor, because it'd be the easiest to do it now. It'd be my luck, I'd get it all back together, and a month later I'd have to change that compressor. So I don't know how long it's been on there. It looks like it's been on there for a long time. But I thought of something after, like a day after I started talking about that. I got that other motor. I think it's got an air compressor on it. If that one looks in really good shape, I might just swap it out. So save me some money. Because I just had to replace the air compressor twice. in the lieutenant there. Yep, the first one the mechanic used got from Freightliner, and it was malfunctioning from the get-go, so he didn't have to pay for another one, but he still had to do the labor twice. Yep. And my air dryer got replaced because the valve on the bottom was spitting air, and he thought that was it. Well, that wasn't it. It was the air compressor. There's a governor or some valve or something that the air dryer sends a signal to that compressor and tells it to shut off, and it wasn't shutting off. So he compressor's brand new, so why would it be that, right? So he thought it was that valve. Well, he broke a bolt off trying to get that valve out, and so had to buy a whole new air dryer, which I just replaced the air dryer cartridge, which I got to remember to get back from him, because I'm going to put that in the cab over, because they got the exact same air dryer. Okay, what else did he find? Oh, the turbo, I guess you're better on this side. Turbo actuator was leaking. So we fixed that too. 12 days I was down. 12 freaking days, and I'm just starting to get caught back up. Dadgum. That's why I got to get that cab over done. I'm going to get that sucker. I'm going to get my own authority on that cab over, and I'm going to put somebody else in lieutenant. And I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm tired of working for other people that treat you like you're an employee or something. Yeah, I said it. Like I'm an employee. I ain't no damn employee. I'm SheepDog. I'm the president, CEO of SheepDog Transportation LLC. That's the name of my company. And they treat us like we ain't companies. We're just people. We're just employees, Yeah. Example. Got an email last week on the 13th of October. So 13 days from now, 12 days from now, I got to take my truck back up to Classic and let them inspect it again. Because this safety guy's got a freaking ball up his ass or something. I don't know what's up his ass, but all because they got slammed with a high number, which I probably said this on a previous video. I've been here since 2000. I've been working for Classic since 2016. And the first safety guy at that time was Pat. And then there was a woman after that. She only lasted about 3 months. I don't know what her deal was. And then the CEO's nephew became the safety guy. Never been a safety guy before, but I guess he's it, I guess he's got the brains, so he can be a safety guy. He was just a plain old hard ass, but at least he was on everybody to keep their stuff fixed. If he'd walked through the parking lot and seen something, he'd point it out. Hey, why ain't you fix that? That's DOT. You can't go down the road like that, so that needs to be fixed ASAP. Tires, stuff like that. Lights, brakes, easy stuff, right? Yeah, this stuff costs money, but why buy your own truck if you can't fix it? You fix it. Anyway, at least he tried. I'll give him credit for that. He was an asshole, but at least he tried. And then here comes the new guy, young, 23, 24 years old. He's a safety guy. Well, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we're hit with 82% safety rating due to broken equipment, Look, starting back from 2016, Pat, he used to talk about it, 70%, 75%, you all need to bring... Every safety person that ever came over to Classic talked about their high number. But did anybody ever do anything about it? No. Now all of a sudden this new guy's here. He's been here for a year maybe. And he ain't said nothing about nothing. Ain't did nothing about nothing. A nice guy. All of a sudden they get hit with a couple of, scale house inspections, and now their number's up to 82%. So now he's going through and just slamming everybody. Everybody. Got to bring your truck in, mandatory. If you don't, you ain't going to get dispatched. That's how he talks to us, just like that. But anyway, so on the 13th, I got to take my truck up there. After I just spent $1,200 on a freaking inspection at Freightliner in July 27th, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, gum. So it's getting old, man. It's getting old. I don't feel like much of a businessman if I'm letting people tell me how to run my business. I understand I'm under their authority, but that don't mean I'm an employee. If I'm an employee, start paying for all the maintenance on my truck. Start paying for all the fuel on my truck. Start paying my taxes and my IFTA and my Social Security. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I don't know. Hold on, I'll switch it around. I'll show you the, well, maybe not. It's got a new air compressor. Big deal. I'm sure you got, hello. Oh, wow. This thing amazes me. I don't know if you can see it or not. Right there. Brand new. I just had to add a gallon of oil to it. 13,500 miles on the last oil change, and I had to, my rear seal's leaking. No, what's the matter with this thing? There we go. Come on, man, work with me. My rear seal's leaking, so I gotta add oil a little bit sooner than I want to. Yeah, I had to fix this too. This is what this thing here, the thing on the end of this cord, the black thing right there, that's, I think I got some grease on it or something, and when I stuck it in there, it arced the hot in the ground, and it freaking caught on fire. I just went to Freightliner today and got the new part. Changed it out a little while ago. And just come here. Anyway, had to change these things. Had to change these out. Boy, I'll tell you, I'll get this camera. Had to change this out because this one got water in it. Something, not this one, but the other one got water in it somehow. And blew it out, so I had to go get brand new ones. Well, they don't make the specific one that I had anymore, or they didn't have it. That's what it was. So I bought this, and I said, well, you might as well give me two, because I got OCD. I got to have both of them exact, so I changed them both. And then I got one spare, just in case in the middle of the week or something, one goes out, I can swap it out real quick. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the, yeah, I'm just going to change. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. 81 degrees out down here in Martin, Michigan today. October 1st. And it's almost just about 4 o'clock. And here it is, 81 degrees out. I'm wearing shorts and no shirt. Oh, jeez Louise. All right, so I'm going to sit down here and talk to you guys for a minute. I think I gave you all the updates. Like I said, Sgt Major's coming a long ways. We are so close. I wish I had another 6 months before snowfall. Oh, there we go. I think I need to back this up. No, it won't back up, so there we go. What I'm really getting at here is subscribers. I've gotten quite a few subscribers in the last month or so. Since I put out a last video, really, I think I've gotten 13, 14, like that. I'm up to 125 now, which is great, fantastic. And I thank you, I appreciate it. I thank all of you for subscribing to my channel. I hope you're watching the videos, looking at the shorts. I love the feedback that's starting to come. I need feedback, you know. But thank you to all the subscribers. And if any of you are military, former, current, whatever, thank you for your courage. Appreciate that. I know I do. But yeah, keep the word spreading. I don't know. I'm trying to be as broad, I don't know if that's the right word, versatile. Work on the camper, work on the pickup, work on the trailer, work on the motorcycle, work on the semi-truck here, work on the semi-truck at home, work on the pickup, you know, I mean, all of it. So I'm not just one trick pony, you know. And I'm going to do these talks every once in a while. And there's a talk I'm getting ready to have regarding our current situation. And, you know, I'm a combat veteran. In a nutshell, I'd do it all again today. Wouldn't bother me a bit. I'd do it. And I'm still able-bodied. Trust me on that. And I know a lot of you are former military. A lot of you are able-bodied. And you know what's going on in this country. So just be ready for that talk. Because we got to talk. You know, But yeah, so I just wanted to bring you aboard and bring you up to speed. Them tail lights on Sgt Major were something else. They were something else. I thought I knew how to wire them up, and I'm pretty good at 12 volt. I mean, I can do 12 volt, 110. None of it bothers me. So I thought it'd be pretty easy, but when I was hooking it, wiring it up, none of it wanted to work. So I was confused. So I stepped back, you know, and thought about it for a day, and I thought, okay, I'll try it this way. And I wired it up that way, and it started to work. And I'm like, okay, well that's weird. Basically, you got wires coming from the left and the right. You got wires from the left and right of the centerpiece, and then the left mud flap hanger and the right mud flap hanger. And it just looked like you just hooked the mud flap hanger wiring to the centerpiece wiring on that side, and on that side. So that's what I originally did. And then there was a ground and a hot, and then they had an extra wire on the bottom light, both sides. I figured that was the blinker. They were all wired together, but no, none of that wanted to work. But I figured it out yesterday, so it's all working perfect now. Just got to get my license plate on there. I got one made up. It's coming. So I got a personal license plate I'm going to put on there, but I can't put the back on until I get that license plate on there. But anyway, then that'll all be done. I still got to air up the bags, but that's not going to happen until the truck gets started. So, yeah. So recap: work lights, wired and hooked up. That's what we need to do. That fog lights, run wire, hook up. Driver's side headlight, we got to fix that. Okay, those are the lights. That's it. Paint the frame, finish painting the frame, the whole frame. That'll be done. Change out the air horns on top. Clean the interior. Right after I get done with the horns, I'm going to clean the interior, blow it all out, and clean the carpet and all that, blah, blah, blah. I got to get a mattress for the bunk, but that's later. What am I forgetting? And then after the interior, the horns are changed out, then I can start working on the motor and get the radiator out of there. And I think once I get the radiator out of there and sent off, actually just north of here, K&R, I think it's K&R. No, Valley Parts, I think. But yeah, they'll re-core it for me. Once that's out, then I can work on that corner piece, getting that out, and then putting the new one in, and blah, blah, blah. And then finish up the motor, and then fire it up. And you guys will be there with me when I first fire it. Yep, first time firing it since probably 2019, maybe 20. Was the last time I started that motor. Oh, I just went and got new batteries for it this weekend, last week actually. The batteries that were in it, get this, bought them in 2017, ran them for 3 months in that cab over in Sgt Major, ran them for 3 months, and then parked it. It's been parked ever since. Same battery's been in it up until last week. They were bad. I didn't keep a trickle charge on it or nothing. I think if I'd have kept a trickle charge on them the whole time, they'd probably be fine. But here's the kicker, right? I paid $85 a piece for them in 2017. Guess what I paid a piece for the for this year's batteries that I bought? Bought them from Freightliner, same place I bought the old ones. I paid the exact same price. Couldn't believe it. But yeah, they work great. I actually got to see all the lights working. I took a short yesterday of all the lights working, except the interior. And the dash does look better. Does look better since I cleaned all the lights up and everything, the gauges up and everything. Yep, lights do look better. All the lights in the cab work. Yep, all of them. So we're good there. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, that's it. That's all we got to do. We're so close, but there's no way I'm going to get to the motor this year before it gets too cold. So my goal is to get, like I said, everything else done. Frame painted, all the lights working 100%. horns changed out, interior cleaned up, and then I'm done until springtime, and then that will work on the motor. And now I may have a few good days or something where I can work on tearing some parts off the motor. If it's decent enough and I can work outside with no gloves on, I'll do that. But once I got to start wearing gloves, because I can't work with my hands without freezing to death in 5 minutes, well, I ain't doing it. I'm just not doing it. I don't work in the cold. If I got to put gloves on, we're done. I just can't work with gloves on. I can't. Yeah, you know, basic things, grabbing stuff, moving stuff, you know, that. But when you're working with your hands to do things, you know, little intricate things, you can't wear gloves. And if I can't wear gloves and my hands freeze up, then I'm done. I'm done. So my goal is, like I said, to get everything done but the motor. So that's what we're going to do. And I love this weather. Last weekend was good weather. Hopefully this coming weekend's good weather, and I can get the lights completely finished and get started on the horns. The exhaust is going to be the very last thing that gets done, because why hook up the exhaust until you get the motor ready to fire up, right? And I can fire it up without the exhaust completed, so I ain't worried about that. But yeah, so we still got the exhaust, but that's the last thing that's going to go on. Once the motor's all back together and running good, leak free and all that, blah 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 blah, then we'll put some exhaust on it. All right, I think I've been rambling long enough. I don't want to take up a bunch of your time. I got to edit this video and get it up tonight. So that said, thanks again for all the subscribers. Thanks for all the comments. Appreciate every one of you. And with that said, y'all have a good rest of your day. SheepDog is out of here. Hooah!